Said it's your boy, P Original, Mr. Influential. Hot topic conversation, stimulate your mental. Two cool brothers, same father, same mother. If you're looking for a show like this, you'll never find another. Why? Cause it's the Porch Podcast, so come on. Yeah, so it's the Porch Podcast. Yup, so it's the Porch Podcast, so come on. Yeah, so it's the Porch Podcast. Let's go.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man.
The Original, baby. Welcome back, y'all. You know, as we say each and every week, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you. New week.
New episode.
Yes, sir.
Let me
New text message.
First of all, that's some bullshit.
That's
right
a
there.
bing-a-ling right there.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't usually ever hear his phone, which means that, you know, things have changed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I had my ringer on because had my music on the way here.
Got you.
And I got two phones.
Yeah.
You know, like Kevin Gates.
I got two
Yeah.
phones.
Yeah, like Kevin Gates, right? So one of them, I leave just connected to the car that's playing the music through the Bluetooth and everything.
Heard you.
But that's not my real actual phone because that way when the real phone ring, I can still have what I want to hear playing on the radio.
I got you.
Right?
you. That's
So-
a real DJ.
Yeah, not for
That's
real.
a
That's
real
really-
DJ.
that's
He said,
really-
I don't listen. I ain't got time for text messages. Bing, messing me up. Yeah.
Or I
want
get
the
a
flow
phone
to
call, I
station.
can still
Yeah.
put my AirPod in, but I can still hear the music and have the conversation and hear me clear. They don't hear the music because of the noise
I
cancellation.
love that Bluetooth technology.
You know what I mean? But I still hear it, and I started going with it, whatever. My point I'm making, I had my ringer on,
True.
just in case you called on my way here to
My man.
the Porch
Appreciate
Studios. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
That's
you.
all it is.
Appreciate
You
you.
know what it is? You got to
Like
do
we
what you
said,
got to
it's a new
do.
week. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Ah.
Strawberry lemonade. Yeah.
Mind your business. I didn't feel like sharing. It's good. I'll tell you that, though. It's good.
It's good.
Hey, now.
Hey,
You're an all-star. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah, man.
Got a
So
little bit
listen,
going on. So how you been, man?
I was about to say, let's flip it this week. You let me know how your week been. How you been, man?
Well, I mean,
we usually start with me. That's why.
Fair enough. And you're right. I do have a week.
Yeah.
That's what it's been too.
Right.
Technically.
Me too, yeah.
Because Wizard of Oz decided to come through.
Right.
At one point or another. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And
The trees and shit like that fall down here.
you didn't see the gate? You know
Oh, that's
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, that's right. The gate.
Yeah.
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 We talked
I looked
about
in the
that.
yard. I was downstairs when it popped.
Yeah.
Wife came downstairs to get something to drink. Pow! I didn't even move off the couch. She was like, what was that? Gate popped. I ain't even got to get up and look. I know what that was. Waited till I got ready to get up to go upstairs, looked outside, saw the gate all the way up against the fence. Yup. Be out there all night. I'm not going to get it.
And like I said, now imagine. What
Yeah.
time was that?
I don't remember. It was in the evening, later in the evening.
Yeah.
By the time I got up, yeah.
Yeah, but it might have been the time, when the gate popped. Might have been the time I was leaving to drive home.
It might have been.
This is what I'm saying.
might-
That's why I
I
said.
don't know. I don't. Wait a minute. I mean, yeah, but it popped that day. It wasn't a good day.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
was just once
it doesn't
he became,
matter what time
no,
it really
because
was.
once he became Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
O was for Wizard of Oz.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how that's been. I mean, my week's been cool.
Yeah.
You know, got some things I've been working on. I was telling y'all. You know what I mean? In the
Yeah.
work is me and the wife, so we've been getting a lot of time to kind of work on that situation.
Right.
Can't wait for that project to come together and pop off. Other than that, family stuff. You know what I mean? Once like you said, once the Wizard of Oz was over with.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just back to the regular rigmarole. But everything cool, man.
Right.
Like, I had a couple little minor hiccup situations.
Yeah.
Had battery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tire. Little stuff like that in my life, regular stuff. But other than that,
Right.
no need to complain about nothing, brother. I'm
Right.
good. I'm here.
Yeah.
How you been?
Good. It's funny because we had some similar things. You know what I mean?
Seems to be
After-
a trend.
after
That's
la-
like us, man.
After the last episode,
Right?
we rolled up. It was Friday the 13th. Rolled up.
Ain't that crazy?
Right?
Yeah.
Again, because most people don't notice when Friday the 13th hits in February,
Yeah.
it hits in March too at the same time. It seems
Yeah.
like all the time.
Ooh.
It's kind
Missed something.
of seemed like that.
We
sure did.
Missed something.
Nothing happened. Nobody.
I can't say that. But I'm just saying.
Nah.
But
You want me to say what we missed?
so
Then
I don't know if you remember.
Then I go back to my week.
March 14th.
March 14th.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Steak and a blowjob day. Yeah.
Steak and the BG's. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? So
that's what it's called.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't participate this year. You know,
I think the trick to that, and we'll spend a brief second with it, is it's not as publicized.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's not.
We don't have no commercials.
Nah, we don't got no commercials.
You know, ain't no Hallmark card for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Texas Roadhouse.
You know, you ain't get
I got a pitch for you, Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, for March 14th.
Well, I'm just saying, like Hallmark didn't write a card for that.
Nah, but
you know what I mean?
Texas
Don't
Roadhouse.
forget March 14th.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now there's some people out there that probably took. You know, if you leave it in the comments.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If you did.
I don't care what you. Matter of fact, just put a wink down in there. Wink emoji. We'll know what it means. You know what I'm saying? But nah. So we let the 14th get it right on blast. Well, really, what the wind blow was about is to represent how powerful the blow was supposed to be.
What is going on today?
Okay.
P. Hey now.
Okay. Friday the 13th.
Right.
Which is freaky.
Freaky.
March the 14th
is
the day after Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And when did the mega blow come?
the
16th?
Nah. The 17th.
Yeah.
No, the 16th.
The 16th.
The 16th, yeah.
That was our commercial.
Yeah.
That was our advertisement. The monster blow storm came down and knocked all the wood loose.
Yo. Hey, listen. Yeah.
Knock my whole gate off.
Yeah.
That's God said. Let me remind y'all.
You're missing the mega blow. That's what they were saying. Yeah, that's hilarious, yo.
So that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the March 14th.
but my week,
I get it.
So March 13th, I had to do a 60th birthday. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what's up. Happy.
And it was nice. We had a good time, you know.
Birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Renee. Go ahead, there we get. Yup. Go ahead. Just clap it up.
Absolutely.
And we did that. And what's crazy is I drove home because I was always down this way.
Right.
Past this way, actually. Going the other way. I was like Westville, like.
Oh, you was down there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was going towards Bruh crib, you know, out there.
Got you.
You know, so drove all the way home. Well, stopped at the Wawa around the corner.
Okay.
I had, you know, human nature. I had to pee right quick, right? So,
we just talked about it.
So, I went.
Gotta believe yourself.
You gotta believe. So, went to the bathroom at Wawa, came back out, went to start the car. Battery dead. I done drove all the way from down here, back home, though. I was around the corner from the crib. Battery died.
It's the first thing you said when it happened.
What the fuck, man? Scared me, actually. you hit the shit, right?
Coming out. The
like,
truth's coming out.
When you hit the shit, that shit was like, I'm like, whoa, bitch, what happened?
You ain't hit it with an 09?
Oh, nah. Exactly. Did you ever notice, whenever your shit don't start, got nothing to do with gas.
Yeah.
You start pumping your gas and everything. Like
when you get out and look at it like you can't, you in disbelief. You know, you get out, you look at it. Yeah. You start looking at parts of your car that don't have nothing to do with none of that.
Yeah.
Like you look at your window. Window ain't got nothing to do with it not starting, dog.
No,
like,
so now I'm outside with the key, trying to see if it's the security lock. No, it ain't the battery.
No.
Then my man, shout out to my man, came out to give me the jump for AAA. You know what I mean? AAA. Gets a little play. Relay. You know what I mean? We get a couple checks today. Yeah, hey. Now. Triple A.
We need a branded deal and sponsorship.
Right.
My brother's not gonna stop. I'm trying to tell you. Go ahead. So my man came out.
So
got you.
So I said, he said, it's the battery. He jumped it. He was like, I was like, yo, you ain't got one in the car? Because, you know, they do batteries. So
know that,
he was like, nah, man, don't listen. He said, listen, I said, you ain't got one car? He said, nah. They told me just come out and
That
jump.
one my man with the chancletas.
Yeah, he stuck his foot under my door like this. He had a sandal on, toe out.
Oh, you think he did that intentionally?
Yeah.
To let it be known?
Like, I ain't got no battery in
See
the
what's
car.
happening,
Nigga,
right?
see what I got?
Do these look like changed battery footwear, right?
That's basically what he was doing.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not changing them.
He said, man, don't turn this shit off till you get home.
Okay,
Just
man.
make it home, man. Because he want to have to come back out.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have to work. You shouldn't be working for a company where that may happen.
Yeah.
You talking about something?
So-
Yeah, I ain't gonna turn it off. No way. I'm waiting home.
So go home.
Yeah.
Soon as I cut it off at the house,
Yeah.
try to cut it back on.
Nah.
Nothing. But next morning, I realized I had the warranty.
Yeah.
When it came out, Triple H, same dude now, same company.
Yeah.
It's because they had the same logo on the side.
Yeah.
He had on full work boots. I knew battery was getting changed
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
I knew that. I knew.
Daytime.
Yeah, I said, oh, no, he ain't even worried about it.
Yeah.
Still tough.
Still tell, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yo, bro, you know, shout out to the people that show up in them emergency situations, man.
That wasn't even the highlight. Highlight of the weekend, my brother, my man, my mellow DJ Ryan Ski, let's clap it up for him, came out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
We
sir,
had to
brother.
go celebrate Pop birthday. Shout out to Pop Sound Man Popcorn. He turned 60. His birthday party. Let's clap it up for that.
Shout
All
out
the
to Pop.
DJs
Word
came
up.
out. We listen. Sound Man extraordinaire. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So me and bro we was there. Then we went to Trenton Social for old birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went over to, it's called South Broad Liquors. It's like the Hamilton Glen Rock type thing. Same owners, everything. Cause Terrence and them was doing that. You know what I mean? And me and him was talking how we ain't chill like that all day. We had lunch early. Like all of us with his kids, everything, you know what I mean? And mom and his sister and all that. Kiana, we all was out there. A bunch of us. We ain't chill like that. We don't know how long.
Yeah.
Like literally was with each other all day.
Glad you guys had an opportunity. I wish I could have been there, man.
Like
You know what I mean?
all
Catch up.
day. Like we ain't did
Catch
that.
up with bro.
I mean, bro, that's
Yeah.
probably over 20 years.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's
Like
life,
that
man.
here. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, life,
You
man.
know? Yeah, seriously.
Life and schedules and all of that. Yeah, no, I get it. Well, that's what's up, man. Mm-hmm. All right, that's what's up. We're going to get into this week's episode, man. You know what I mean? So we'll start with the quote of the day. Loyalty is the pledge of truth to oneself and others.
Okay.
Ada Velez Bordley.
Okay.
Okay. Once again, loyalty is the pledge of truth to oneself and others. So, talk about loyalty tonight.
All right.
You know what I mean? Loyalty, we already know, besides that quote of the day, is something that you should never freely give to anyone, in my opinion. I think it should be earned, right? Because trust, loyalty, some of these terms seem like they go hand in hand. Loyalty is, and the reason why I say that is like, even if you don't take it as far as friendships, you know, some people might be like, man, I'm loyal to this particular brand. You know, you can be talking about a certain vehicle. Oh, man, I only buy Fords. I only buy Chevys. I'm
Right.
loyal to this. I only buy Nike. I'm loyal to that. And as much as you're investing your loyalty into that, they have no loyalty invested into you. Zero. That's why I don't think you should just freely always give your loyalty away.
Right.
It should be earned. The other thing, too, is I think we give it away sometimes blindly. You know what I mean? We don't even expect to see it in return. Sometimes we're so busy just trying to establish who we are,
Right.
that we don't even take the time to see whether or not that person is being loyal to you.
Right.
The same token, like one of the things I said, never become so loyal that you go against the concept of change. Always trust your instincts, right? So instinctively, a lot of times, we'll get these rushes where all of a sudden something will tell us something is off. Something's off. Might be me, might be that person, but something's off. But we've been giving away our loyalty for so long, we won't even change, even when it's time to change.
Right.
Whether the relationship has changed, whether it's time for you to change locations, move on, go to the next thing, we won't do it because we become blind, like just being loyal, blindly.
Right.
And I think that we need to be careful of that. I think as we get older, especially, we have to understand whether or not everybody is worthy of our loyalty.
Right.
That don't mean be a disloyal person. That means just stop giving it away so freely without thought.
Yeah.
Right? And considering the fact that maybe I need to be paying attention to these feelings. Right?
Earn
let
it.
them earn it. Yeah. And it's one of those things like not only let them earn it first and foremost, but keep a standard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like keep a standard to your loyalty. Don't allow yourself to say, well, I get this person to it. Like how many times can a person screw you over that's a friend of yours?
I don't have a number.
See how that is?
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be a number.
Right. But it's just
But is it the depths of how they do it?
yes. Depths of how they do it and what I'm looking, because a screw over is a screw over.
Yes.
Well, how
Yes.
heavy, some things may seem a little heavier still.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because a weight is still a weight. A 5-pound weight is lighter than a 10-pound weight.
That's a fact.
So it's this, but there's still weights.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my point I'm making is, depending on what it is, but the depths, like how that definitely means like you was really doing all of this to get this deep just to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like,
But
bro,
I'm not judging people on
it's
that.
not about judgment. But
Yeah.
I mean, in the same token, you got to think about it from the perspective of, think about relationships, right? Man and woman, or however you got that dynamic set up in your relationship.
Right.
I think every man and every woman has a certain level. They say, listen, as long as they don't do this, we cool.
Oh yeah.
We'll be loyal, right? We'll be. I'm not calling that blind loyalty, but we'll be loyal even when we get indications that things may be changing and maybe we need to start looking at our loyalty a little bit differently.
Right.
Like, just don't be blindly loyal is what I'm saying.
No,
I'm
I
not
got
saying
you,
don't
exactly.
be loyal. I'm just saying don't be blind.
No, you exactly.
Right?
No, I hear you.
Don't all of a sudden act like you didn't see that over there.
I'm
like,
not debating you at all.
at all.
No,
right?
I know what you said.
We on one accord. Me and you
Right.
agreeing with one another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's intuition. This is another one. Intuition doesn't tell you what you want to hear. It tells you what you need to hear.
I could feel it in the air.
Yeah,
Beanie
of course.
Siegel.
Beanie said that. Yeah, and that was a great one. That was a great. No. That's a great.
Phil Collins.
Yeah,
I can feel
yeah,
it. Yeah.
that's that intuition, right? Our intuitions tell us
Oh,
well in
Lord.
advance before something happens to us, right? Our intuitions tell us way in advance before something happens,
Yes.
and then we turn around and act surprised.
Lying to ourselves.
We just talked about that,
Yeah.
right? And as we age and become older, you can avoid so many of the pitfalls, the errors, the ill feelings, the difficulties that you deal with in life by simply not allowing yourself to become so loyal, so comfortable in being blindly loyal to things and going against your intuition. If you simply just trust your instincts and your intuitions.
You can. But sometimes your intuitions could be incorrect.
Okay.
And then
Break it down.
Then you put your mind frame in that area. Now your mind is law of attraction. You know how much I believe in that manifestation. Now you're manifesting bullshit to happen if your intuition is telling you
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
See, it's a difference between your intuition lying to you, because it can,
Okay.
because it's still like you hearing a voice or having a feeling.
True.
Right? It's your emotions. That's all it is, right? So your intuition can lie to you. Your intuition can tell you the truth for something for you to make a sound decision. And your intuition can tell you something pure or great that you want to hear. They all do that. Now, when they're lying to you, it could be some shit like, listen, your brother don't love you. It's just some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Y'all arguing that's like the devil sitting on the shoulder over here.
Absolutely. Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
still a form of your intuition.
Sure.
So right. So then when you sitting there and they saying, nah, he do, man. It's just he do, man. He's just y'all ain't seeing it. Y'all ain't on the same page as this. You not, two things can both be true.
Say it all the time.
Yeah. But y'all truths are the truth, but they're yours. One's his and one's yours, and they're not, of course, so they going apart. So y'all love each other, but you can't hear that. You don't. Y'all can't hash it out
No, I
at
get
this
you.
moment. And then the other part could be like, "Oh man, everything cool, man. That was small, man. Y'all over the big hump now. Boom, y'all back in the right." I'm just using that for an example, and that's
I got
with
you.
anything,
Anything.
right?
Yep.
That's what I mean. That's your intuition, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't trust them. The way we trust that and understand all that is when we say you blindly loyal, being loyal to people, you just got to be completely loyal to yourself.
There you go.
That's all it is.
Yeah, because you're right. Our emotions could cloud our judgment and
All
our
the
instinct,
time.
right?
Yeah.
So instinctively, a person starts to do something different. They're changing. Doesn't mean that they're changing for the worse. They could be changing for the better.
Yep.
But your instincts are saying, oh, they're changing. They're becoming something else. Yeah, better.
Yeah.
For themselves. So instinctively, I think that we do that. We give loyalty to things that sometimes don't earn it, right? Or certain people who don't earn it. And in our intuitions, we tend to like ignore them.
Right.
And the problem with that is even if you're a little off with most of your guesswork in that situation, you're not generally that far off.
That's like people,
You know what I mean?
in a relationships ignoring the red flags.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's all that is.
So that's that blind loyalty.
That's that blind loyalty.
Right? That's that, well, I got to do this, even if they're showing all these signs that they're not reciprocating those things towards you. You turn around and be like, well, I got to do that because of whatever. It can be because, this is my wife, so, the vows were for better, for worse, sickness, and in health. Right? You look up and you say to yourself, I don't know if that person will really hang with me if I, God forbid, was in that situation. If I was sick or I couldn't help myself. Right? Now, there's different levels of intuition and there's different levels to loyalty. Like, I'm loyal to my barber. I'm not going to every barber to cut my hair. Right? Like, that's a different level of loyalty.
Right.
The loyalty that we're talking about, or at least I'm talking about tonight, is that when I look up and I see you doing everything that you're doing, and it's starting to affect me mentally, physically, spiritually, it's affecting me. I've said something to you, but you won't change it. You continue to do it the same way you've been doing it. To me, that's blind loyalty. Because you're being more loyal to a person than you are being to yourself.
You got to be loyal to yourself. That's all. That's what I just said. You got to.
Yeah. So it brings me to the concept also of dealing with culture. Now, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, we all on the move, y'all. I got something for y'all today that's going to make you go wow when you see it. I got something that, because you got to travel anyway, you're on the move, whether it's business or leisure or whatever it may be, right here. Right here. Super dope bag from a super dope company called Ugly Duckling. Makes men and women apparel, top-notch stuff, quality stuff. Let me stop talking about it and let y'all see the bag. That's really what you want to see anyway, right? First off, can we talk about how I come in a nice little netted bag here? You know what I mean? I think that's pretty good. Logo on the front right here, Ugly Duckling. Can we look at the quality of the stitching? Look at the stitching, y'all. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now you check this out. You see how you got the swan? Yeah, that's nice, right? We're going to take our time. We're going to turn around and hit it with this right here. Bam! See that on the back? They ain't sparing no expense. Bam! Look at this in the back. Huh? I didn't put that on there. That's part of it, bro. That's part of it. That's part of what it comes with. Look at the style. They want to make you... Ugly Duckling. Oh, Ugly Duckling. Yeah, that's who made this right here. Yeah, uglyduckling.com. Oh, yeah, got this and a whole bunch of other stuff. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all know I ain't going to keep no secrets from y'all when I find a company that do it right. Huh? It's only right that I share this with y'all. So you make sure, if you in the market right now for some top quality apparel, i.e. look at my young vet Salute, Jersey Cat apparel, and now, Ugly Duckling. Make sure y'all go check them out, man. Check that website out. I'm telling y'all, man. You're going to love it. All right? That's all I got to say about that. But make sure y'all go to today for this bag and all the other super dope stuff they got. Y'all be good. I got a trip I'm on. I'll see y'all later. Get y'all bag. I got mine. Peace, man. Woo.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word culture?
Hip hop.
Which is fine, right? But be more specific in that. That's cool.
Culture ties in with community. Right?
Okay.
In my opinion. A lot of times we often split things into culture, whether it be nationality, gender, things of that nature. That's why it's these type of groups. But really what builds culture is the relation of something.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said community and culture. For example, we're from West Trenton, down the hill, right? Mm-hmm. When we see people that grew up in our area, right, we might say DDH, 448, whatever, right? We're a part of that down the hill culture. We all know how to greet each other
Right.
when we see each other.
Work.
It's the same thing when you see stuff like that out in Wilbur section, North Trenton, Stuyvesant, anywhere, right? Passaic, all that. But when we're out of town, we all Trenton.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a gang thing. It's just a culture. We understand it. Or a way sometimes people hear how they sound. Right? Now, the culture still builds into the, when I say community, the art of that community. For example, Louisiana, somebody might say the Louisiana culture is, you know, the Creole food.
Right,
this and this and that.
right.
Like,
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Or somebody may turn around and say that New York, you know, that you got a Brooklyn swag, or this. It still ties into a form of culture. But hip hop comes to mind really because it's elements. It was all art. DJing, MCing, breakdancing, and graffiti. When you pay attention to all that, it's all an art.
Right.
So culture is art, in my opinion.
Okay.
That's really where I was going with it the whole entire time.
At this point, we understand.
Right.
We know, you know, and we're back.
And
So
we're
it's like, so when I think about culture, like you said, just to piggyback off of what you're saying, and to make my point, culture a lot of times with us, even if you're thinking about from a musical perspective, right? Now you look at the videos, you look at whatever you look at, and let's just use hip hop for an example, like you're talking about. We'll look at them, the artists and Instagrams and your other social media things, and we see it, right? In the lives that they live, not just the things that they do from a artist perspective, but just in life, the trends and the different labels and all the things that, you know, you look at them and go, wow, you know, that's awesome that they do this and they have this and all this, that, and the third. And it looks like it's all part of one culture, right? And that is sometimes the measuring stick of where a lot of the people, especially our youth right now, their minds are kind of gravitating towards.
Right.
You know, I want to be like this person, but I don't know, I don't know what they really go through to be able to have these things that they look like they kind of possess. We all went through that, right? They just have more of a, a window to look into.
Yeah, a bigger window.
Yeah, a bigger window that they can look into that situation. So when they look into it, sometimes you got to think about it from, once again, that loyalty perspective, right? The blind loyalty. We'll become fans of these people so deeply that we want to follow what we see, the examples that they create. And it becomes a culture that sometimes I believe that we blindly subscribe to. Like we think that that's what our lives are supposed to be. No, that's what their lives are.
Yeah.
Right? And what they're portraying is what they want to portray. Right. My thing is this. Sometimes we can become so deeply ingrained into trying to be what we see in those things.
Right.
And trying to be a part of a culture to the degree that we actually don't even give ourselves an opportunity to develop into who we are supposed to be.
Well, I just said that culture is also environment, right?
Right.
So, and I also believe that we all become a product of our environment. So now these youths and these kids' environment is not right outside. It's social media.
Right.
So if that's what they're locking into, every time they're on social media, then they, like you said, they think they're supposed to be there.
Right. And that's what I said.
And they don't even, I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah.
They don't even get to see who they really are.
Well, that's what I'm saying. To me, and that's the blind element.
Right.
Because your eyes are so wide open and you're looking at so many things that's happening. You go, wow, I want that lifestyle.
Right.
That the lifestyle that's for you never gets any attention. It never gets an opportunity to even remotely develop. Right. Because you become so fixated on being a copy of something else, you never become the original version of yourself.
Right.
And so that's the thing that sometimes to me kind of like throws you off. Like, wow, are we so blind? Like I said, blind loyalty, blind to the culture. Or do we all of a sudden, do we subscribe to things that we really don't have a desire to, but we're afraid of going outside the scope of what looks like it's supposed to be the landing zone or the, the measuring stick of success based on our culture, that we never even make the attempt to be the first of something or, something that we actually have an interest in. I mean, people do things, bro. They follow fashion trends or do other things. They have zero desire to really want to be those people, but they don't want to look odd by not trying to imitate those people.
Yeah. They part of that culture.
And they part of that situation.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is in all actuality, you know how many originals of something that never get to be brought to life because it's so busy trying to be, like I said a few minutes ago, a copy of something else?
They're not original.
That they're not even really?
Right.
Imagine that. We're so blindly loyal to a person who isn't really even that person. To the point that the person that we really want to be never gets to actually even have life or develop.
A lot of people want to be the AI version of themselves.
Here's a twist to that.
That's what it is.
Here's a twist. So the AI version of that situation, you tell something, whatever you prompt, to create a version of you that you can't physically see. It creates this version of you. And you look at it and go, wow, that's dope. Because in your mind, that's the only place it ever lived for so long.
Yeah.
And as opposed to you actually trying to go out and being that thing, you fed it to something else that had to create you because you couldn't take the time to create yourself. And that's, to me, that's frightening. Right?
Scared?
No. Because I think at least the AI version of you, I don't even know. I think the AI version of you at least
sit down, Valon.
allows you to look
Sit down.
to see what you could potentially be.
Yeah.
I do think that. And I think maybe it gets you back on track a little bit more towards becoming what you're actually supposed to be versus just what you're, trying to pursue that's really not you. That's all. I think sometimes that window that we're talking about is too big. I think the window is so big and you can see through it so clearly that you don't even think the time to look in the mirror because you're so busy looking out the window.
Looking out of my project window.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that I'm really interested in knowing what that was that fell or whatever. But I'll find out at some point or another. But
I told
we tried to be cool.
Valon,
you know what I mean? Valon. Sit all the way down.
Sit down.
Dog. You know what I mean?
Man, you
But
did.
nah, man.
You diving off shit back there, man. You gotta relax, man.
What does loyalty? What does being loyal to a fault mean to you?
Ooh, I was gonna ask you that. I ain't even know what the question.
That's why I had to drop that thing over there so that I could take your question from it.
Loyal to a fault.
Yeah, loyal to a fault. What does that mean to
It's
you?
completely that a person will ride or die with a person even though they know they're wrong.
Wow. Why do we do it?
Because we're loyal to a fault. They can't do no wrong for me. I'm really locked in with that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think because that's still a form of blind loyalty.
It absolutely is.
Because you know why? Because you'll say, I think if the roles were reversed, they'll do the same thing, but you really don't know.
You really don't know. You really don't know.
It doesn't change.
No.
I don't do it because I think you do it. I do it because I want to do it.
See what I'm saying?
That's the difference.
And somewhere you probably secretively hope that your actions breed that in them.
Yeah.
Because we had conversations about people earlier. We said, I don't know why.
Why?
And it's always been part of their DNA. Why?
Why are you doing
Have we
this?
been blind? Have we been blind loyalty? Has
No,
that been blind loyalty?
because once he showed, we like, well, I know that's there.
Right.
So
we'll defend at all times.
Not me. Oh no, all times like that. I
See?
won't defend the lie. Is what I'm saying.
Not the lie.
Yeah, but no, yeah.
But we'll come
Loyal
to the
a
aid.
fault. Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
we'll do that. And
Dive off the top turnbuckle.
word is mine, but never circle back to say, we cool, right?
Right.
I should be able to say to you, come on, dog.
Yeah.
Come on.
You gotta stop that.
You gotta
keep
chill.
Man. You keep putting us in this bullshit.
You got to chill.
But we would.
And we've done it. We
done it.
all have at least one or two people in our life that we
Yep.
turn around and they do something.
Yep.
And you be like,
Come
I'm not
on,
even
man.
surprised they did that.
Right.
And it's crazy.
Yep.
Because somewhere around down there, at some point or another, one or two things is going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm either going to have to accept what comes along with that relationship and continue to turn a blind eye, or I'm going to have to turn around and say, I got to keep it real
Yeah.
and I got to create space.
Yeah.
And I got to do that because I got to protect my peace, and that my loyalty should not be being freely given away to everybody merely because I want them
to be more loyal to me. You may never get that loyalty back.
But you're right. But again, it goes back to intuition.
Yes.
Because some people, no matter what, even though they know
Uh-huh.
that it's not the same like that,
Yep.
are still loyal to a fault.
Absolutely.
So that's the part I'm saying.
Because
They're doing
that's who they are.
Exactly.
That's who
and
they
I'm
are.
I'm that person.
There's people
I'm that person.
that will have a hard time. That we all have a hard time coming up with something that you say, you know what? That person ain't a good person. But there's also some people that have hung around. And you said, I probably should have severed that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Or at least checked that a long time ago. It's a different situation. So being loyal to a fault, in my opinion, like I said, like you just broke that down, is once again choosing to ignore
Yep. But
the thing that you know that you should have.
but what's still the remedy to that? Being more loyal to yourself.
Yes. So I agree with that.
The answer to all of these is being more loyal to yourself. Trust your intuition.
Yeah, because it's a little bit different. Like I said, there's levels to it, right? So, like, if you got a friend, homeboy, homegirl, or whatever that's the case, you can just simply do things like start creating distance.
Right.
What if you're in a home with them?
Oh yeah,
We've never experienced it, but
Yeah,
we may be talking to someone who is experiencing it.
years ago, but not. So
I understand.
I don't even know what it feel like.
No, but in the same token, I think that the consequences are what they are, but the conclusion is what it is as well.
Yeah.
Right. At some point, you either choose to go along with it and continue to be loyal to a fault, or you say, "This is where I get off. This is where I cut this loyalty off. This is where my intuitions are going to be enough for me to make this decision." Yeah, you showed me, because after loyalty, you know what comes, right? You know what comes after me showing you enough times? Disrespect. See, that's how that works. Because as long as I'm being loyal to you and you cool with it, then everything's cool. When you start being, not honorable or disloyal in a situation, and then all of a sudden it gets to a certain point where I can't even say anything to you because you turn around and say to me, well, you ain't been saying nothing. So now you're going to say something? So now you blatantly disrespecting me. See, that's what happens with blind loyalty. It turns into blatant
Then you just slide
disrespect.
off. But the distance thing, like you said.
Absolutely. But at some point or another, once again, I think we just got to come to grips with that reality. That we got to stop being loyal to a fault. You know what I mean? We got to start being honest with ourselves. Like you said, bro. Loyal to yourself always. Loyal to yourself always. Yeah, it's going to be some relationships. There's going to be some different things that you're involved in that you may have to take a step back and look at it and say, I just ain't good for me. It's just not. And I got to create space, because if I don't, this situation can be more detrimental to me than anything else.
Right.
We'll do some questions. Let's do it.
This is a new episode of With Questions, right here on the Porch Podcast. He's going to ask me a series of questions, and I'm going to have some type of answer. Y'all know it. Let's go.
What's the difference, in your opinion, between being alone and being by yourself?
Being by yourself is, in my opinion, mainly by choice.
Okay.
I'm working on myself, be by myself, but I'm still moving around.
Okay.
Still in the mix.
Sure.
But I'm just focused on me. Then being alone sometimes is I'm working on myself, but I don't want nobody around me while I'm working on myself. See, it's kind of like, I joke around a lot of times, powder, all that type of stuff, but it's kind of like when people go into a program for substance abuse, right? They isolate them from that. And then some people get right back out in the world, and as soon as they're around it, so that approach may not be good for them. But when there's other programs, when they isolate them from it, and they ease them back in. The ones be like, I'm not ready to go back out there, so now they working at the thing, like on the movies, stuff like that.
Environment is the hand that shapes human behavior.
Right. So then
And the invisible hand that shapes human
and then
behavior.
then they start to go back out into the world. And they show them getting tempted, but they don't do nothing. They stay strong. It's because they chose to be by themselves. I'm just using that for an example. Or people,
It's great. I mean, you breaking it down.
and people like sometimes in relationships. Oh, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm myself. Now being by myself is I entertain who I want to entertain when I feel like entertaining them.
Mm-hmm.
But being alone is like I don't want to be around people. I don't want to be. I'm just gonna go to work, come home, and be left alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And guess what? Two things can both be true.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with neither one of them. It's just however you approach it.
I think when you're alone, like you just broke down, and I like the way you broke it down.
Mm-hmm.
When you're being alone versus being by yourself,
Yeah.
you could be in a room full of people and be the only one who feels a certain way, only one that thinks a certain way, talks a certain way, and even though you're in a room full of other people, you're alone. There's no one else that's in alignment with you and all the things that you got going on, so you're alone. Maybe not physically, but in the other concepts of having someone near with you, right? And in being by yourself, like you said, that choice part, just to piggyback off of that. You know, most of the time when you're by yourself, it's an effort that goes into that. Unless you just live by yourself or something like that, physically, there's an effort. Like you got to go find a quiet space. Yeah. You got to go find some place where you can reflect. It could be other people out at the park, but you're watching the water. You're out there by yourself. Yep. You're with your thoughts. The chatter, the outside noises and the distractions of the world.
Hope I ain't
you know what I mean?
Like
you know what I'm saying? It is. You know what I'm saying? You understand. Babies and fools. That's what God protects. So it's one of those things where
that's what he said.
That's what I think the difference is. Wow, man. At anything I was saying, he caught on. This is what he decided to tune into. So, okay, there you go. Well, there it is. That's what I think, and I agree with that.
Nah, I agree with you. I'm best with you, man.
What's the difference between being a hustler and having hustle in you?
You got hustle in you. You know, you may not necessarily apply it, but it's in you.
There you go.
But being a hustler, you're applying it.
It's harder for you to not.
Right.
It's harder for you to not. You know what I'm saying?
I know that life.
So being a hustler, to me, like you just said it, you broke it down. It's crazy how much you think alike in it.
I done been in both places.
Sure. I think hustle, when you have hustle in you, like you said it, you're choosing when to implement that hustle.
Right.
Right? Whatever it looks like to you. Some people may do one thing and do it really, really well, and they have a hustle about that thing.
Right.
They don't have a hustle about everything else. You know what I mean? They take their time in other aspect of life. But when it's time to cut that on, they cut the hustle on. And I feel like a hustler, it don't matter what you give them. It's only one gear for them. It's only 100 miles an hour.
It's only one gear. That's go.
That's it. And so most of your hustlers you ever notice, they'll never tell you what they can't do.
Right.
They won't ever describe themselves to you as a person, man. I don't do this. I ain't that type of. You never hear a hustler. You seldom ever hear a hustler make that statement. Because in their minds, they believe they can do any and everything. And do it at a level that other people just simply can't. Because they got a gear that most people just don't have.
Right.
So that's the difference in that situation to me. The difference between a person having hustle in them and a person being a hustler. When you got hustle in you, you selecting the things that you put that hustle behind. But when you a hustler and you don't select it, I only know one gear. I don't have nothing else. Don't you chill? No, I don't. Or my version of chilling ain't your version of chilling. You know what I'm saying? So that's my breakdown between
throw it off the backboard.
You know,
NCAA, man, college, man. Yeah. I won a little bit yesterday in Cashy, my little sports stock app. Yeah, go ahead.
Betting on the weather, man. Yeah. Betting on he just at this point.
It's not betting, it's trading. It's like the stock market, but you trade on things you know.
It's not right.
Politics, that's what it is.
It's not trading.
No, it is. It's trading. It's like trading. Seriously. like stock trading.
It's betting.
It's the same thing.
It's not.
No,
There is a form of betting into probably investing into stock market.
no, but that's how this works. That's what I'm saying. It's really like that. It's trading. Seriously.
What am I trading if I bet that Duke gonna beat North Carolina?
No, it's basically it's like when you do trading, you got in the money, out of money. It's not a financial right
Okay.
now. We're not gonna do
No,
that.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I
gotta
know
show
we're
you,
not.
but it's trading. It's trading. It's not betting.
And why don't they call DraftKings a trading?
No, it's
site?
that's what I'm telling you. DraftKings is a gambling site. That's
Right.
yes, that's betting. It's a difference. Cashy is a trading app.
I thought you said something about you had something on March Madness NCAA.
Yeah, but I traded. I didn't bet the way I did it. This is what I'm saying. That's
I don't know.
What I'm saying.
That's where,
Yes.
that's outside of my wheelhouse,
Yes.
man. I'm not.
Yes.
I don't do either one.
I know.
Enough.
Look,
You know
so
what I mean?
gotta. That's why I'm trying. It's like Cashy is like Robin Hood,
Okay.
and DraftKings is like FanDuel and all that. They all betting apps. It's two different things. That's all.
I see.
Yeah.
Is loyalty to culture an excuse, a hindrance, or does it help you overall? Does it help your overall growth and development?
Is loyalty again?
Is loyalty to culture an excuse, a hindrance, or help to your overall growth and development? Remember, we talked about looking into that window.
Help.
So you feel like it's a help. That's fine.
I feel like it's a help. I feel like the culture that we came up in shaped us for the world of understanding certain things.
Okay.
You know, one thing about living where we live that is it really sharpens your awareness. You pay attention to everything that's moving around you.
Mm-hmm.
Because back in the day we had to.
Mhm.
It wasn't like nobody was after us or doing anything like that, but you would just say, why are you over there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had to be, he coming, is he trying to get him? Or I remember one time turning on the street, in the neighborhood, we had a nice neighborhood, don't get it wrong. But I ride and I seen my dome light on in my car. And I think I was in my truck.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the excursion and I seen it and I said, why is that dome light on in the car? And I went over there. I said, you can see them, they flip through the CDs, try to find. I was like, I locked my door though. But I'm just saying, my point I'm making, the moment we hit the street and I seen the dome light, somebody was in the car. I didn't leave that on, man. You get what I'm saying? So it sharpens your awareness. Things that
Oh, okay.
that's basically where I'm going with it, right? Where we
That
at.
was amazing how you did that. Like
no,
that
I
was
said
like,
that first.
I'm trying to figure. Cause I'm sitting like, is loyalty to culture an excuse, a hindrance, or a help to overall growth and
And I
development?
said help.
You made it make sense.
Yeah.
In the only way that E could have.
Yeah,
Which is amazing to me how you turn
I
around.
said help.
Yeah, I
just
came
to
down the
help.
corner and my dome light was on. Pulled up in the truck.
My
I looked in.
awareness.
They went through the CDs. I'm like, hey, yo, but it's
a help.
Yeah.
It's the awareness. But
Yeah.
I still say, culture ties into the
Oh,
environment.
yeah, no, the awareness. You
But-
broke it down.
But at the same
I
time,
couldn't have done that.
but at the same
I was
time,
like, where was I going?
when we was kids,
Yeah.
our parents, they took us camping.
Yeah.
So we out there to camping. We around all walks of life. You meeting so many different people naturally. You're learning where they from. This New Yorkers. This people come
Cocaine
from
Bear.
Baltimore. Yeah,
That's what you about to get to.
No, I'm
I can
not.
feel it. I can feel Cocaine
I'm
Bear coming. I felt it coming.
No, that's you.
That's not me. That's
I was going to say we used to go to Yogi Bear. See, that's what I was going to say. I was talking about camping. We used to go to Yogi Bear.
I love E, man.
We used to go to Yogi Bear, man.
Did. I didn't say that was. I didn't say that
Buena
wasn't
Vista
accurate.
and all that. We used to go to all the places.
Right.
Campsites.
There is only one you. I promise.
Right?
If there's another you somewhere, he's on ice.
So
they
what
can
I'm
have
saying-
y'all both moving around at the same
So
time.
what I'm saying is
Yeah.
the AI version of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh, my God.
so what I'm saying is,
Yes.
going to these places,
Yes.
sharpen us in other areas.
Yes.
How to talk.
I understand
talk
what you're saying.
Different
I
and
understand
this
what
and
you're
that.
saying.
Like we
Yep,
get
yep,
it.
yep.
So we can mesh anywhere.
Yep. It's
So-
almost scary. I understand you.
Yeah.
That's almost scary because, you know, it's you answered it.
Right.
But it was like, you know, I definitely had to help. You had to help me put it together. There was a point I was.
Did you go to Cocaine Bear? Because why would you stop that off?
I don't know. I was trying to go to where I thought you were going.
Yogi.
Nah, it's not where I seen it. So loyalty to culture and as an excuse, a hindrance, or help to overall growth and development. So I think that it can be at least two of them at one time. Probably can be all three of them at one time, depending on the person. So I'll say a hindrance if you don't know where to draw the line. This is it. This is
right.
I'm only giving it this much energy, and then I'm out. That's
that. It could be all of them.
It could be all of them.
Right.
Is it an excuse?
I could only pick one.
I mean, you broke it down the way you broke it down, though. How it heightened your awareness of things that's around you.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
But you can only do that if you had that experience.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying, like, if you, like, bro, we went
Dome
camping.
light experience?
We went camping, dome light, you and that bear that was out there in the woods, and all of that. Like, there's only certain things.
I want out in the woods with no bear, man.
So the hindrance,
Yogi?
if you don't draw the line. You know,
if you don't know how to limit yourself,
you don't
set your own boundary.
Correct. Or allow those things to create boundaries for you.
There you go.
That's the hindrance in that. An excuse. Sure. If you don't apply yourself because your favorite rapper didn't.
Yeah.
Like it's certain things. Like for instance, Music Soul Child, Mary J. Blige, and Nas. All three of them, what's one thing that they got in common that a lot of people may not know about them?
They graduated high school.
There you go. But see, you knew that. And they all ultra sharp in everything. They ultra sharp in their crafts.
Yeah.
Right? They're trendsetters.
Yeah.
They didn't follow trends. So that's the difference in this situation. So it's a little bit different. Like I said, if you looked up and seen that one day and found that fun fact and said, well, man, I can rap. I ain't got to finish high school. To me,
I think Nas stopped at the 8th grade.
That's a dangerous thing when you allow that to be the excuse on why you stop applying yourself for certain things. And the last part of it, as far as your growth and development, sure, it could be a tool. You miss 100% of the shots that you never take. So if you don't see something that's making you grow and go, then you for sure gonna stay stagnant.
Drew said that. Uncle Drew said that.
Yeah.
And somebody else.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, that's Uncle Drew, man.
So that's the thing with that. How important is it to living a healthy and fulfilling life? How important is that?
How important? Oh, very important.
Okay.
I think, listen. If you're healthy, you got to enjoy it. Because we all got that day. So when you feel healthy and feel young, you got to enjoy it.
Okay.
You have to enjoy it, man.
Okay.
And that gives you fulfillment.
Absolutely.
When you're enjoying something, right?
It should.
Yeah.
I hope so.
You get a good sandwich you like.
Yeah.
You like, man, that was good. You fulfilled. Like that movie. I get another one of them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then you got another?
Or just doing great things. You know what I mean? Besides the sandwich. Maybe just doing something really, really milestone, a milestone in your life, or you become an inspiration to other people.
Right.
You accomplish something that you set out for yourself, and you grow.
Right.
And you develop. And then you help somebody else grow and develop. So I think living a healthy, fulfilling life, sure. What's the alternative?
Death.
Okay. In an unfulfilled situation.
There you go.
All right? You ain't got to die right away, but it's going to be unfulfilling first. Take us out the questions. I'm actually scared to ask anything else.
Yeah. That was another episode of Questions. Yes, right here on the Porch Podcast. So listen, we ain't gonna go yet. I just want to know something. You ever watching anything? Let's switch to something. Anything different on TV lately? That you got any shows that you're loyal to?
Nah.
You got any shows that you're loyal to?
No, man. Yeah,
because you was watching. I'm only asking this because you said you was watching the.
I watched a couple different things.
You saying no, but you was watching a documentary about dinosaurs at one time. Did you finish it?
Hey, man, I finished watching it.
I never still didn't get to see it. That's what I'm saying. Why are you laughing like that?
Go on, man. You watched the documentary of the dinosaurs? Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, nah.
I finished watching it.
What was it called, though? Dinosaurs, right?
I think it's called Dinosaurs.
Yeah, I watched all of Beauty and Black.
Yeah.
All of
it. I didn't.
Yeah.
So there you go. So, yeah,
I was shocked at myself.
Hey, man, you know,
I got to chill, watch it.
I probably got some documentaries that I done watched. The Murdochs. Yeah. You can catch us each and every week, man. I don't know what this is.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll be putting on different things, man. Do I have this is crazy. Like I'm not used to this part. Caught me off guard.
It's my random questions. Remember, I've been doing a random question last 3 weeks.
Nah, but them other joints was you was hitting on it.
Yeah, I didn't get a new one, so I freestyled.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't after them dope ones you had. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got any shows you watch?
Random, man. Nah, I say all this because it's a new little show that come on Tubi, man. Jalen Rose is playing a principal at a high school, super B movie, like show type joint, man. But it look good though. It's all right.
What's the name?
Can't remember, bro.
That's how good it is.
Yeah, I never seen it because the wife was watching it.
Yeah,
when I walked in,
like most things we watch now.
Yeah.
Because they're watching it.
Yeah. Nah, listen, man. Listen, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah,
man.
that's fine. I'm good for you.
You know, I just want.
Hey, now, that's all I can say.
You're a rock star.
Yeah.
Get your game on.
Yeah, go play.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what you doing. He gone.
No, I'm not. Why you keep
What's
saying
going
that?
on right now?
We ain't hit an hour yet, man. That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes it may not happen.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, man. Thanks for tuning in right here on the Porch Podcast. This has been episode 229. Do remember you can hear this episode and all your favorite episodes on any podcast and streaming sites like iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audible, and many, many more. Pete, tell them where they can see us at.
You can catch us each and every week right on our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast. On YouTube, if you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button, that like button, leave comments, hit that share button. Look, man, you know, we appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week because we know that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you. It's been episode 229, y'all.
229.
Look forward to seeing y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe, family.
All right, now.
Peace. Who on the porch? Let's go.